One down. Bryce Hall up next for the Red Sox. On the ground. And foul ball. The Red Sox would love to build their case for the postseason with a win in this one. Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Boog, you mentioned how critical this game is for them. They haven't locked anything up yet, so they can't afford to be giving games away. A win would be huge in this one.
One out, runner at second. Here's Alex Bregman.
1-1.
In the dirt. Bregman with some impressive production lately. Swing and a ball hammered left field, and it hits off the monster. The run comes in to score from second. In there, that's a double. Base is empty, one away. Kyle Manzardo will hit next. On the ground, right side. Oh, he gloves it. From his knees, the throw. On the money, nice play.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Now fly ball to right center. Thomas on the move to the alley. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. One up, one down.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Okay, you asked for it. About to go
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Oh, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
Hit in the air, center field. Thomas sizing this one up. And makes the grab. One away. One down, runner at third. Hall, the next to hit.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Swings through that one.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. Be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
One away with a runner at third. Here, the bottom of the seventh. Here comes a pitch. Out to short. Abrams throws to first in time. New inning getting started. Leading off, Kyle Manzardo. Ground ball right side. Hall. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be.
Bryce Hall ready to put on it. And with two down, the Red Sox. The early lead. Hall now at the plate. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next to hit, Kyle Manzardo. Smoked on the ground a second. Throws to first. One out in the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Paul now at the plate as he swings through strike one. This to third. Ramirez. Off balance speed. There's one. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So the lineup flips over. And up next for Cleveland, Victor Robles. On the ground, 2 ball. There's one. And that's 2. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Hall. Swing and a tapper. On to first. One away, bottom of the 6th. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Bryce Hall. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one hammered. Jumps, but it's off his glove. And that's a 2-out double.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split.
Runner breaks for third. Out to short. Abrams tosses to first, and that is the third. Hall did well enough for them.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog.
Bryce Hall has been a constant and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Hall digs in now, hoping to lock up a home run title down the stretch. He leads the league right now and fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a high fly ball left field, pretty well struck. And it's off the Green Monster. One runs in. Devers headed home. Now a relay to the plate. In there. He's safe. It's 2-0.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Tapped in front of the plate. Abrams slings to first. They get him, but it was pretty close.
Oh, it's a nice forehand stop. Kept the ball from getting to the outfield, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take an extra step, which cost you some time. But he recovered, made a good, strong throw, and he still got the out.
Robles drifts towards it. That is the inning. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the left fielder, Daniel Schneemann. Up the middle, Paul. In plenty of time to first. They limit Bybee back to work. And a big swing and a miss. The Red Sox would get a big boost from a win in this one, so close to the end of the season. And a foul ball.
Not much time left in the season now, Boog, and it can be hard to recover mentally when you lose games you should win. They need to limit the mistakes and fight for every run.
Got him swinging.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't.
Throws to first in time, and the inning is over. 1 out, base is empty.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Ramirez. And a couple of quick outs.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Up the middle. Paul. Slings to first in time. Bryce Paul getting ready to hit.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Aaron measures 6 feet 6 inches. He throws a slurve, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Next offering is fouled back. Red Sox leading it by 2. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
On the ground to third. To second, there's one. The double play ends it right here. Paul played well enough for the win.
Didn't light the world on fire, but he held up his end today.
Back now at Oriole Park, all set for the start of the inning. And now the rookie second baseman, Bryce Hall. In the air out to center. Friedel on his way over. Makes the grab, one away.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Swing and a ground ball. And foul ball. Hot shot to third. Westberg toss to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So up next, T.J. Friedel. The pitch. And he hits a ground ball right side. Gloves it on the dive. To his knee, the throw, and they get the out. And we're back, all set for the top of the 6th. And stepping in for Boston, Bryce Hall. Suarez back to work. This to center field. Friedel on the move. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one away. So 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Bryce Hall. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss at a slider. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. The 0-2. Inside, almost got him.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
And Gary Simmons punches him out. That's a strikeout. Paul had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. Bryce Hall getting locked in, leading his squad at OPS. Bryce Hall up next for the Red Sox, the leading home run hitter in the American League. up the middle and a base hit. And now two aboard. Here's Alex Bregman. Runner takes off in the air, left field. And that is that. And into the box for Baltimore, Luis Garcia. To the right side. Handles, throws to first, and a quick out, number one. Valdez with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Fought off foul.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect it.
Throws to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming. One out. Runners at first and second.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
And that is out of play.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Grounder might be two. Glove flip for one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman.
So digging in, Colton Cowser. On the ground, right side. Sends it to first. Awesome play there. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Slider right there.
0-1.
Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Rutschman on to first, and there's two gone following the strikeout.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely.
Bryce Hall getting ready. Back here in Baltimore, here's the second baseman, Bryce Hall. Bradish back to work. To the left side, but it is well foul.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. O'Neill has a beat on it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Here's Tyler O'Neill.
1-1-1-1.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The throw to first, and O'Neill is retired. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Out there to center. That one gets down for a hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Line drive. Come on.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
In the dirt, blocked, but no advance from the runners. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground to third. To second, and he's safe. Blake Sabol getting ready to hit. Here's a 3-0. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself in.
2 aboard, 2 outs. This one in the air. Garcia. And that is that. So a great inning there as they bat. So they're all loaded up. Paul digs in now. 1 for 3. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Strike 2.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. Paul had the kind of game you'd like to avoid. Just 1 hit in 5 at bats.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like It's like we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
Bryce Hall ready to put on a. So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter. Bryce Hall having a huge season. Comes into the day leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Breaking ball inside. Ball 1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Runner on the go. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. So a man at first. Drew Waters stands in. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Man at first, one away. This one in the air, right field. Waters. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away. So runner at second, 2 down. So up now for Kansas City, Joey Weimer. On the ground right side, Paul. Gets it to first, and that is that. 2 out, space is empty. Paul, in his rookie season, 22 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2024. And a foul ball.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Finish him.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. This one in the air, center field. Mullins settles under it. And that is that. Base is empty, 1 away. And next up for the Royals, Luis Arias. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Throws to first in time. And there are 2 outs. Man at first. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Bryce Hall. 0 for 3 in this one. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To India at second for 1. Over to first, safe.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
So a walk puts runners at first and second, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And next for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. Ball 4, he walked him, and that'll keep the line moving. And now it's going to be Blake Sable.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Hit in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So bases all loaded up. Masataka Yoshida up next on the ground to the left. Throw to first, that'll do it. And the Royals claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. Paul had the kind of game.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just chilling.
Bryce Hall getting ready. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Bryce Hall. Marsh back to work. Right through there for a strike.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ball game.
Right side, Paul. They limit the damage here. 2 out, space is empty. That one ripped left field. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Could be a...
He's trying for third. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And he makes the catch. And that is that. One out, bases full. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Another homer. His second home run of the game. A 4-spot on the board. It's 6-5. Ncaa, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
And he grounds one to the right side. Paul. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam. Next to hit, Bryce Paul. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
He's got it. And there's 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
And it's into the gap. Makes it to second. The winning run's in scoring position with 1 gone. On to extra innings. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Paul.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Edwards back to work. And that one fouled off. And the right-hander deals. That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. It's 8-6. That was quite the home run, Ncaa, as we take it in again with StatCast. 100. Bryce Paul went yard 3. 1 down. And stepping in for Boston, Bryce Paul. Looking to stay hot after yesterday's game. 4 for 5 in that one. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
On the ground, Paul. To first, that's the 3rd out. So 1 hit. No outs, runners at first and second. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they add on. It's 9-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
They put the tag on him, and he gets the job done. Man at first, 1 away. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Coming home. The relay throw. He'll score easily. And it's now 10-2. Man at second with 1 away. And now it's Alex Bregman. 1-2 here. And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone now.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down.
Runner takes off. That's ball 4. Throw to third. Out. And that. Bryce Hall up next for the Red Sox. 3 for 3. He's got a double and a pair of home runs. Hall made it rain homers in his last game, going deep 3 times. Swing and a foul out of play.
3 homer games don't grow on trees, Boog. There aren't even 150 players in MLB history who've done it more than once.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. Here's the tag, and he's out. And now Bryce Hall. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the bit.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the Hall really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. A 4-hit performance.
I'm allergic to the bad vibes. I'm allergic to the bad minds. I'm allergic to a lazy. They wanna cover my energy. Leave me alone if it's no money. To the problem, I'm the remedy. I'm just chilling, observating. I'm the referee. I'm allergic to the. See the liar from afar. See a pull up with a.
Bryce Hall, fresh off of him. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And now the rookie second baseman, Bryce Hall. And that is out of play.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Hall went off for 2 homers in his last game. The wind and the pitch. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
There's a swing and a drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. And now the tying run is into scoring position. Now it's Alex Bregman. Hall at second with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. This one in the dirt, and that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away. Line drive. Tracks it down for the out. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. And now Michael Hellman. Swing and a ground ball. Paul. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down. Runner at second. Nobody out. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they had the lead. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's gone. And he's gone yard again. His 51st home run of the year. It's 6-2. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
Garcia back to work. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Around first, digging for two. To second, pulls him off the bag. Here's Alex Bregman. This one in the air. Calls it in, and there's one away. One out, runner at second. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted in the air, right field. Shrek makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Runner at third, two gone. Blake Sable up next for the Red Sox. On the ground to the left. Martinez over to first in time. And the inning. Paul really stood out in this win. Smashed 3 homers at the plate. Bryce Hall went yard. Back now in Toronto. New inning getting started. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Bryce Hall. Hot shot to third. Sends it across to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. So 2 away with nobody on. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. On the ground, right side. Hall. That's the third out. So they go. 2 out, space is empty. That one drilled left field. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. His 52nd home run of the season. And the Red Sox jump in front. It's 1-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing.
Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Bryce Hall. Tiedemann back to work. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
That one is absolutely belted. Hits the fence. 1 runs in. Runner around third. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the Paul had a sensational showing in the win. Collected 3 hits, including 2 home runs.
My darling.
Bryce Hall, fresh off an impressive. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Hall.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And there's a foul ball. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a leadoff double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next is the designated hitter, Alex Bregman. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now 2 aboard. And stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. In the dirt. Runners stay where they are. That's ball 1. That one to first. Feeds to second. Out there. And a run scores on the double play. 1 out. Base is empty. That one ripped. That's back there. And that one's gone.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
1 and second. Over to first. Safe. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting.
Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it.
The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His 50